Hi, it's James. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you are here. We're on the one another passages, and we are through the book of Romans. So we're now in 1 Corinthians. I'm going to be reading chapter 7, verse 7, which I'll put on the screen. We are reading from the New English translation, and it says this. Paul's talking to the people in Corinth, and he says, I wish that everyone was as I am, but each has his own gift from God, one this way, another that. Now, I know technically it's not a one another passage, but this is extremely important. And you have to get this, because for a long time I compared myself with other people, and I was just miserable. My friends, comparison is the ultimate joy stealer. If you compare yourself to other people, you're not going to be happy. And the worst part is, you might think you're better than someone and then you get prideful, or you don't think you're as good as that other person and then you beat yourself up. Both of those things are not healthy. Neither one of them is. You have gifts, talents, and abilities. And I would encourage you to read 1 Corinthians 12, 1 Corinthians 14. Or read 1 Corinthians 13 too. It's a really good chapter on love. But everyone who's a Christian, you have gifts, talents, and abilities. And you're called to use those to be a blessing to other people. Don't worry about brother so-and-so who can sing like who's an amazing singer, or this other lady at the church that's got an amazing voice, or this other guy. With me, it's always, I see some people on television and they've got this big, humongous ministry and God's blessing them and God's using them to encourage others. And I look at my channel and I have roughly 200 subscribers and I'm like, oh, why isn't the channel grown? That's all hogwash. Your job is to take your gifts, talents, and abilities and to be a blessing to as many people as you can. And if I die and I only have 200 subscribers, so be it. I know this channel's going to grow. That's God's business. I'm going to let God handle that. I'm just going to be a voice of encouragement, try to encourage as many people as I can. And if, how frustrating would it be if I dared to compare myself to, say, MKBHD or Unbox Therapy? Those are YouTube channels with millions of subscribers. Oh, well, they've been doing it a lot longer than I have too. You take what you have. Just like when Jesus took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish and he blessed it and he fed the crowd. You take what you have and you give it to God and you ask God to bless it and watch God use it for his glory. That's what we do. Don't worry about comparing yourself to other people. Comparison will steal your joy. You trust in God, ask God to help you grow, and make it a point that you're going to live to serve others. God will bless it. There was a lady, I remember the story now. There was a lady in England who had a Sunday school class with 2 kids in it. 2. Was she a failure or was she a success? Well, if I told you that her 2 students were John and Charles Wesley, and they went on to start the Methodist Church, and millions of people became Christians because of that ministry, well, that means that her influence on John and Charles was extremely important. You'll never know until we get to eternity just how important your influence was. So I would encourage you, strive to be more like Jesus, love other people, and let God take care of the rest. Don't worry about comparing yourself to other people. So, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. The simple fact that you're here, you know what that tells me? It tells me you want to grow spiritually. That's awesome. Keep doing it. Keep reading your Bible. Keep praying. Search the scriptures. This is where you're going to find life's answers, right here. So, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. And I will see you tomorrow.